Species hybridization in aquaculture. This hybrid fish came into being purely for deliciousness. At first glance. Actually, there are many aliases for rainbow sculptures. Pearly is him. Let people know the origin of suming. To put it bluntly, it is a piece of tilapia. You could say that. It's innocent. Under normal circumstances, all warm colors of tilapia can be called red tilapia. There are 3 common colors: red, yellow, and white. Most tilapia varieties are bred by crossbreeding. The water temperature is above 20 degrees centigrade. Remove the healthy breeding fish from the herring pond. A qualified breeding fish requires not only various general shapes, and there are certain requirements for body color. In some strict farms will be eliminated immediately. White-fleshed tilapia is actually not that healthy. The first rainbow sculpture to open up the red tilapia market, and the crystallization of male Nile tilapia. Vanilla red. In the wild, the safety factor is called doubling down. I guess I don't want to pick white friends. If all the children born are white, it may have been hooked as soon as it hatched. Farms are different. Fish are responsible for beauty. Both male and female are white. Make do with it. After confirming that the body shape is qualified, according to the characteristics of 2 points in the abdomen and 3 points in the mother, in order to prevent more males and less mothers herring to compete with each other for favor, workers will give the male 3 to 4 girlfriends. Males don't have the energy to go nicknamed. This tilapia is precocious. Once you join the production team, male fish are different. It's completely painless. Not to mention growing fast. So as long as it's a farm that wants to make money. So how can we ensure that the fry are all male? These male fish are all through. They have crooked sex chromosomes. The offspring created are all sons. Soon they fell in love. Among all fish, female tilapia are definitely the hardest working. However, all the hard work has made a wedding dress for others. Workers then treat the females in the breeding pond. Open your mouth for inspection. The reason why tilapia in the wild is prone to flooding, it has something to do with the diligence and maternal love of the female. They can produce 24/7. Hundreds of eggs per unit. Hold the fertilized egg in your mouth. The little fish can live independently before leaving. The survival rate of luring fish. It's this damn responsibility to reduce the burden on female fish. Zealous workers separated mother and son. Incubate for about 7 days. When will the fry come out here? Are under the control of the workers. Usually between 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. The warmer the water. To make the eggs feel like they are in the mother's mouth. Give them a certain amount of water impact. A few days later, follow the current to the nursery pond. Wait until the yolk is consumed. Feed dedicated feed. Tilapia is the king of adaptation. More than 90% of them leave the breeding grounds alive. These pink fry are very pretty. The appearance is compared with many precious ornamental fish. It's a pity that fate played a big joke on them. For them, pretty is useless. Wait until the body length is about 2 or 3 centimeters. Go to a new place to live. Plastic bags are oxygenated, packed, and taken away. On the other hand, in order to welcome new residents, although tilapia has no lower requirements for water quality, do a thorough cleaning before the fry enter the pond. Avoid a situation where infected whole sugar suffers. Leaves behind more or less germs and garbage. The sludge after that is dried, the sugar is sprinkled with quicklime. Don't dare to put it in until the water quality is up to standard. It was domesticated with salinity and could live in seawater. It's the state of tilapia farming. In addition to the slow growth rate of red tilapia, workers at a density of 4,000 to 5,000 per acre. This looks crowded. In fact, compared to tank farming, these tank fish, less than 10 meters in diameter, a few thousand is common. The fish below wants to come up and take a breath. Such a high density. Don't underestimate these red roofies. Stacked together for a short time, no problem with hypoxia. Physique will decline. Workers control water visibility through nesting lianyong. High-density culture. They're susceptible to oxygen deprivation. Feed the tilapia head twice. Schedule feeding. Feed one after another, axes scramble to grab food. No matter the size. These tailor-made feeds. Protein content over 30%. Exudes a strong fishy aroma. With a blessing of nutritious meals. However, this speed is comparable to that of ordinary rofer. Common tilapia. Generally, it can be released in 3 to 5 months. They use time to settle fresher than regular tilapia. Tender meat. You were never allowed to leave the farm. This means that outside the tropics, they want to experience a cold winter. It's a life challenge. Every year around November, coping with cold waves, it is common to build a cold shelter above the fish pond. Ensure the living water temperature of tilapia. Get through the winter smoothly. Red tilapia that grows to 1 or 2 catties can be slaughtered. Red tilapia cultured in Weidong. Met a brave farmer. It is not a dream to produce 10,000 gold per mu. A fish pond of this size. Now there are cars playing to assist. Then the workers herded them into the fish pockets. Workers put ice cubes in their pockets. They're in the same state as suspended animation. Finally, the workers are transferred to the aquatic transportation truck. Some come to the processing plant. Marinate overnight in lightly salted water. Selling to consumers as work in progress. Red tilapia is a successfully optimized tilapia. He basically changed Luo Fei's shortcomings. Farewell to the stinky black film and earthy smell. Plus there are no chicken spikes themselves. If you haven't eaten it, you can try it. See you next time. There are marine fish that cannot be fed alive. You dig wells. Turbot says it's not me being hypocritical. After all, Atlantic water is not the same as Pacific water. It really poses a lot of problems for farmers. In the place of origin, it is generally wild to serve. The offspring are also the best physique. It's different when used for reproduction. Output and quality depend on luck. The next one continues. After a while, workers scoop up the ripened breeding fish from the pond. Check on a glass table after weighing. Preliminary judgment of the maturity of fish eggs under the light. The age is not less than 3 years old. Duobao spawns every year from April to August. Seasons do not exist. Eggs are like fruits in a greenhouse. It can mature at any time according to the preset time. Press the raised belly of the fish with clever force. Jelly-like eggs gush out. Red and swollen perianal. The breeding fish look like they're in great pain. It's not true. Turbot hermaphrodite. It's hard to tell the difference between males and females. The female will have perianal redness and swelling. Seasonal line highlighting. In the same way, the worker borrows a little essence from the male fish. Don't look at the eggs. Stir gently. At this point, the herring's breeding mission is complete. in the natural environment. And compared to commercial fish, they're only going to be around 6 or 7 years old. It's more cost-effective for new employees until the age of 6 to ensure the quality of the fertilized egg, diluted and observed under a microscope. Once the standard is determined to be met, at the same time remove the sinking infected eggs in a hatching bucket with a salinity of about 30. A healthy fertilized egg. Gradually it looks like a fish. It is no different from ordinary fry. It's slowly growing crooked. No animals. Turbot is one of the freaks, living at the bottom of the deep sea, buried in sand. Don't suffer from the enemy. Can rotate in all directions at the same time. Takeout comes and goes. In fact, it is bullying the soft and fearing the hard. The lewd expression and those sharp teeth. Already sold everything. Turbot is very easy to become. They won't let any food pass their mouths. They will even try their best to catch up. Newborn turbot is thin, small, and transparent. Time goes by minute by minute. The turbot seedlings at this time look thin and tender. Great for fish fillets. In order to ensure the environmental hygiene of the pool, 24-hour on-demand replenishment. Gone will be the life of the nursery pool. After the workers took them out of the nursery pond, it's sent to farms around the world. Unlike most traditional farms, generally, farmed marine fish are not deep-sea lookout. In comparison to these spacious and bright environments, modern windrow large iron shed. The pretty boy on the assembly line is sweating blood and sweat. It's more suitable for horror movies. The lights are flickering. Everything is so creepy. Don't tell me. As an exotic fish, turbot is a primer fish. Put them in the spotlight. The stomach is not a hunger strike. In addition to that, as a cold water fish, it can withstand temperatures as low as 3 degrees centigrade. Just keep living. Therefore, in China, due to objective reasons such as climate, even if the water temperature is controlled at all costs, many places are not satisfied. There is a high chance of colonization returning to pre-liberation with one move. Workers cover the shed. Tens of meters deep well. It's between 13 and 18 degrees centigrade all year round. Workers dig wells with pipes through the intelligence system. In addition, it takes about 60 milligrams per liter to meet their respiratory needs. After the workers thaw the sea fish, pick out the trash fish that are not fresh enough. With the fastest hand speed, put it in every corner of the breeding pond. They can't see what's underneath. Not only waste. Mealtime. The turbot that was lying on the eating ground and pretending to be dead swim towards the workers. Is the turbot talented? You can remember that workers can also get close to. Most animals are colorblind. They can tell yellow from red. The turbot looks for the yellow plate. As long as this color appears. Sure enough, the delicious little fish is delivered directly to the mouth. Of course not. And the seafloor is very dark. On the farm, turn on stealth. Switch between black, white, and gray depending on the environment. Solid carnivores, no doubt. In many places, most of what you eat is technological food. As one of the fastest growing marine areas, There are also rivers and lakes and small farming. In the world of turbot, the eyes that look smaller than yourself are all food. The big one didn't shoot in the same pool, in addition to sufficient food. However, there are always some guys who are particularly domineering. Let them punch more than most of their kind. In times of peace, there can be no bullies. Workers every once in a while. Let them live with someone of the same level. And everybody's happy about that. Turbot can grow to weigh up to a caddy. Due to the size of each region for turbot, they have different requirements. Workers use ultranets to fish turbot from the pond, partly through aquatic transport vehicles. Some of them are sent to the processing plant for processing into frozen fish. After confirming the aorta, there is a knife. It can also make it experience freezing and unchanged color. Immediately sent to the freezer at -40 degrees. That's about it. Eat delicious and cheap turbot. See you next time.